keeps me organized, that keeps me focused. Sometimes they don't work, and that's okay. Sitting in front of a screen for 3 hours just listening to somebody talk, that is not my favorite thing to do. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Deanna, and today we'll be getting into the top 5 things that I've been doing that has been helping me through school online. So, tip number 1 is connecting with your classmates. It can be really important and helpful that you have a network of support, and what better people to understand what you're going through is people that are in your class, because typically they may have the same concerns or questions that you have. So it doesn't hurt to ask. You can connect with them through apps like GroupMe, and then on Google through Google Docs, as well as my school uses Canvas. So I can send messages out to people that's in my class, and they have a list of everybody that is in the class as well. So that can be helpful. So tip number 2 is planners and to-do lists. I feel like these are essential, especially being at home so often, everything can kind of blur together. So being able to plan out my day and to create to-do lists are things that I enjoy doing, that keeps me organized, that keeps me focused on what I need to do, because typically I can go through a day and I may forget. So I check my planner multiple times throughout the day when I wake up to make sure that I'm doing what I have to do and I'm not missing any assignments or I'm not missing any important meetings. To-do lists are things that I do, but I don't do all the time. So if I have a busy day ahead of me and I know that, I create a to-do list to make sure that it's all in one place and I don't have to flip back and forth throughout my planner. But most of the time I use to-do lists and sometimes they don't work, and that's okay. You know, you have to figure out what works for you, and sometimes things may work one day and may not work the next. Okay, tip number 3 is finding things that help you focus. I have 3-hour classes, and sitting in front of a screen for 3 hours just listening to somebody talk, that is not my favorite thing to do. I tend to zone out. I tend to get on my phone. I tend to do everything else but actually pay attention to the lecture that's going on. So I have things in my desk like Play-Doh, stretchy bands, even like coloring books to help me be able to take my focus off of the screen, but still allows me to tune into what is being said. So you want to find something that's not distracting, but can help you focus. Tip number 4 is diversifying your space. I cannot tell you how much I hate sitting at my desk when I do homework. I don't like it. It doesn't motivate me, and it's uncomfortable, to be frank. So my living room is my area of where I do work. I'll either do homework on the floor because it gives me a different perspective and it's comfortable, surprisingly, or I'll do it at my bar top. And I'm also in the process of creating a space so I can sit out on my patio, because I'm here in Texas and it's still hot. But sitting out on my patio so I can have that sense of me being outside. And I know some people may not have that luxury, but even if you don't, creating a desk area that's creative and fun and makes you actually want to sit there and do the work is important. Tip number 5 is prioritizing self-care. It is important that regardless of everything that is going on, that you put yourself first and you prioritize your needs. You cannot do any work unless you are taking care of yourself. I know this wholeheartedly. There are days where I barely eat, maybe like one meal a day. Sometimes it's mostly just snacks, and I can feel that. So I try to prioritize making sure I'm getting the nutrition that I need, the sleep that I need, but also setting expectations that if we get this done at the end of the week, I can just have that time for myself and I don't have to worry about school or any other obligations that I should have taken care of during the week but pushed it off to the weekend. If I get through this week and I do everything I need to do and turn in all my assignments and finish my homework by, let's say Friday, then that means Friday night, because I don't have to work, I will be having takeout of some kind of wine, and then I'll be watching movies for the rest of the night, and that is self-care to me. I mean, it could look different to everybody else, but it's finding what works for you and what motivates you to get things done. So those are the 5 tips that I've had that's been helping me so far as I navigate online school. I hope that they're helpful. If you have any tips that you think that would be helpful for me or anybody else, leave them in the comments. And if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace.